Good morning. Good morning. Chaos, you didn't really ruin it. Okay, so today is going to be a fun one. It's going to be a hoot, everybody, a hoot. We're trying a new setup. We'll see how it works. I think it will be better than it was last night. Last night got real rough, but I can tell already it's not going to be perfect. So apologies in advance for that. Let's go through rosters real quick. We got 4 minutes to Derby. Connecticut All-Stars will be represented today by number 10, Nautical Vial, 113, Lace, Lady Trampler with 2006, Kilty Pleasure, 24, Puke Skywalker, number 30, Agenda, 337, Natty Lightweight, 362, Your Mom, 53, 86 is C. Maya Rage, 110, Luciana Pulverati, 1921, Crazy Legs Nikki, 23, Philly Cheese Skates, Parker Poison with number 3. 33 is Eleanor Roosevelt. 340, Sin and Sonic, Black Cherry, number 4. Magically Malicious, 8112. 8112 or 812? Hello. Scorin Kierkegaard, 89. All right. For Oslo, Oh Dear, 08. Picante, 1314. 17, Dimona, 23. La Ida Loca, Beecha, 23. Rach Against the Machine, 5. Katla Nightmare, 59. Susie Hot Dog, 69. Fancy Rocks, 870. Kiki Long Skates, 108. 16, Bella Boomerang. Fatal Feline, number 2. Winter Wolf, 242. 42, Panzerbina, 52. Rocky Gold. Skrekspill will be wearing number 6. Torture in 79. Killer Rosencall, 933. And those are your rosters for Game 1 this morning. Yeah, so normally I usually will have at least a camera operator and an announcer, but I don't think I have that for this first game. I'm not sure where everybody's at. Maybe they all slept in this morning. I thought about it. I thought, yeah, today would be a great day to kind of just crash in the Nerd Derby camper for a bit, but nope, can't do that. We've got Connecticut and Oslo. This should be a pretty decent matchup. Both teams have played. I think both teams have 2 wins on the weekend already. That's my best guess. I never pay attention when I'm streaming all this stuff. I never have all the stats. There's just too many things going on. But it will be good. Hey, good morning. Here, hold on. I'll be right back. I'm so glad you're here. Let me loosen that a little bit. I changed it a little bit. I'll loosen it here. I just got my camera operator sick. I got one anyway. Maybe that's all we'll need. It's not that camera. Oh, hi, I'll wave at you. Hi, there's me. Just waving at you. It's time to start. Are you ready? I'm ready. Is the stream ready? Lady Trampler and Torture on the line. Connecticut All-Stars in white, Oslo in black. Who's going to break out first? It looks like Torture is first. A track cut called on Lady Trampler. So Torture will meet up with the pack on turn 3. Looks to the outside, gets a little nudge, and pushed out. I think that's going to be a track cut. Yeah, correct. Track cut. So the jammers will switch places. And now we'll see what Lady Trampler can do. Lady Trampler was, I think, misidentified on the scoreboard as lead jammer. We'll go a full 2 minutes. Any points yet? I don't see any points yet. I think that Lady Trampler, I'm not sure that there's an initial pass that's been made yet. I think that penalty was picked up before the initial pass. Fantastic job by Oslo killing this penalty. Both jammers are on the track. Torture would be on an initial pass, so has at least picked up 2 points thus far. My best guess is recycle back on Lady Trampler. Finally clear, spinning out, and now putting up the first 4 points. That's Torture. 4 seconds left in the jam. I think we'll just see 4 points, maybe a few more. If we still had a jammer lap point, we would have seen 1 more point. What do we have, 4 points? So Connecticut did get 4 points on that jam. Yeah, I had some question whether or not Trample had passed, like made an initial pass cleanly. Well, according to the score, I would say so. Seamire Rage in Skrexpill. It's Skrexpill out quickly. Seamire Rage a quarter track behind. Skrexpill meet up with the pack in turn 1. Looks to the outside, nothing there. Bounces to the infield, nothing there either. We'll have to call it off. 1 point. I don't have the rankings for these teams. Anybody watching at home want to quickly look those up for us? The Nerd Derby at-home producers. That's how interactive we are. That looks like Black Cherry on the line. That's going to be alongside Picante. It looks like Black Cherry's almost through. Picante races out. Did Picante get that? I think so. And a penalty picked up on Black Cherry. So it's a power jam for Oslo. Bouncing through, pinball through 3 and 4. 1 blocker to spin around, done. Just like that, 4 points for Oslo. Oslo waits back, makes room on the inside. Through again is Picante. Picante only has 2 blockers to deal with, but does get spun out. That's 340 for Connecticut, Sin and Sonic, who made the play. And again, Sin and Sonic with a push out. Will there be a track cut? No, didn't quite push Picante out far enough. Picante does make it through for 4 more points. Picante bounces into 2. So far, probably 2 more points there. There's a third. Tripod on the corner of turn 2. Picante is going to call it off. Looks like 3. 3 were picked up for Oslo. Ooh, Banshee, good morning. As of 4:30, Connecticut 115, Oslo 108. I will say, it feels like Oslo may have been ranked a little lower than what we're going to find out. Such is the case sometimes with European teams. It's Lady Trampler with lead jammer status right now. Rocky Gold tied up in the pack, tripod on the backstretch, doing a great job with containment, trying to work Rocky Gold to that outside line, getting some assistance. Oslo makes a little room, but they have to drop back. That's 9-3-3. That's Killer Rosenthal. Finally, the pack is stretched out far enough that Rocky Gold is free. Lady Trampler's been working on some points. Calling it off now. I don't know if there's a full 4. I think 3. Yeah, 3 points. Good morning, Banshee. Seameyer Rage for Connecticut in white and Torture in black. Seameyer Rage is out quickly. Torture still way in the back, gets pushed off to the infield. Almost got drawn on the track cut by 53, your mom. Good effort by your mom. Rage almost through on turn 2. Obscured slightly by the officials. That's okay. They're over there doing their thing. That'll be a call off. Connecticut, what did you get? I feel like the color on this camera is off a little bit. I'm going to risk changing it. That feels better to me. Black Cherry and Skrexbill. Black Cherry pushed off of turn 1. Picks up a penalty for her effort. Unsure of the penalty. So wasn't Cherry. Skrexbill picks up lead jammer coming out of turn 2. And we'll meet up with the pack here in turn 1. Oslo had a goat, but they got away. Skrexbill dished to the inside by number 10, Nautical Vial. Skrex looking outside, cuts back to the inside, but now we'll just push straight through the middle. Bouncing, tipped off the outside. That was Sin and Sonic again with a clutch block. That'll end that jam. Oh, those were transposed. Oslo is 115. Okay. Now this all feels better. It makes more sense. If the stream drops terribly, it should be back shortly. We'll see. Guilty Pleasure and Picante. Picante zips out on the inside. Is our lead jammer. Guilty Pleasure gets some assistance from 89. That's Skjor and Kierkegaard. Was it enough assistance? It was. Probably this will get called off. It does. Oslo picks up another 4. 86, Seameyer Rage, and 52, Rocky Gold. Let's see where the pack ends up. They will stay up at the pivot line. So some speed gathered by both jammers. Pushing through 2, and now free and our lead jammer. is Rocky Gold. Seameyer Rage cuts through, picks off one, and now two. This blocker won't be able to last long. That bridge is stretched out far. But that was just enough time for Rocky Gold to get through, pick up 4, and call it off. Four games today. We'll see, of course, we're watching now Oslo and Connecticut. But we will see Lehigh Valley versus Quebec after this, Penn Jersey versus Twin State, and Anchor City versus Forest City to round things out. Black Cherry and Torture. Black Cherry zips around her own blocker, has 2 Oslo jerseys to deal with. Does, and his lead jammer. Torture still tied up, has not made the initial pass yet. Pushed out by 1921 Crazy Legs Nikki. Black Cherry's through, has picked up 4. Still working on the initial pass, now has made that pass. Plenty of time for another scoring pass. We'll go straight through the middle. I thought we might see Crazy Legs make some room there, but we did not yet. Crazy Legs will hold back. Gonna have to call it now. Oh, nice little move to twist around and pick up those 4 points. Somewhere in all of this madness, Torture has picked up a penalty, so we are on Power Jam. Black Cherry with a little more time to maybe put up another 4. And that's done. 12-point jam thus far for Black Cherry. Jammer's back in. Cherry's going to nudge into the pack, probably call it off, I would say, right about now. Maybe? No? He's going to keep going. Roll with it. Yeah, now we'll call it off. I think no points picked up for Oslo, 15 for Connecticut. And we have our first timeout. With our first timeout, I do so very much want to talk about Sociopath. I got to meet Sociopath this weekend for the first time. So far, it's been the highlight of my weekend. Sociopath.ca, size-inclusive activewear for individuals, teams. Team discounts are available, custom prints. My suggestion to you is during halftime, go visit sociopath.ca and peruse the shops and check out some of the cool stuff that's being produced. Skater-owned, skater-run, sociopath.ca. And thank you to everyone who donated this weekend to help cover data costs. Really appreciated it. This was a tricky one. We will always do our best to find a way to get the information out live. Lady Trampler. And, oh, that's number 6 for Oslo. That's Skrekspill. Lead belongs to Skrekskill, whose name is lead on the scoreboard, but that's just because I think, there we go, Skrekspill. Skrekspill, not Skrekskill. Philly Cheesecakes took the start for a little bit. Seameyer Rage and Picante. Picante stuck in the back. I'm sorry. See Meyer Rage stuck in the back. Picante, lead jammer. And we're back. Short little data interruption. We should be good now. Apologies. Penalty called on Picante, so C. Meyer Rage has an opportunity here. Connecticut trailing by just 8 points. They are on a power jam. We'll have a full 2 minutes. C. Meyer Rage on the front stretch. Lots of room. You could have driven a Volkswagen through that front stretch, depending on the Volkswagen. Now looking to the inside. Little room, not as much room, but there it was. C. Meyer Rage took the opportunity. And now lead change, Connecticut 39, Oslo 38. That's the first lead change of the game that I can remember. We could have had more. We'll see what happens, though. We've got 29 seconds left of this jam. Rage with 4 more points. Skate fast, turn left. Pop the bonnet, let's get on it. Not as easy this time around. That's the end of the jam. 20-point jam for Connecticut. That's a fantastic number considering they did not start out with lead jammer. Yeah, and we've got a track cut on Picante. So Connecticut now with all of the opportunities. Everything's coming up Millhouse for Connecticut. Black Cherry will take the responsibility of the star. Hops to the outside, nothing doing. Maybe just push straight towards the middle. There's a little assistance. You can see Blocker moving the pack a little bit, trying to make some room on the inside. Picante's out, though. Picante's free. Connecticut well aware of that. Here we go. Black Cherry is out. Took about 30 seconds to pick up lead jammer. Minute and a half to go. Black Cherry with lots of time, though. Picante has not made it through yet. Connecticut from the bench says go, go, go. Oh, a nice little hop on the inside. Can you believe that? Did it clear? No, it did not. Power jam, Oslo. Black Cherry played the risky move. Didn't pay off. Connecticut's defense taking over to try to kill this 30 seconds. Oslo content to just wait. Let Picante stretch the pack out. Only 3 blockers on the track right now for Connecticut. Let's see what happens here. There we go. Offensive blocking moved into position. Almost picking up a track cut. I think it was wanted. Connecticut wanted it, but it didn't exist. Picante eyes up the opposition. Gets rolled out, turn 1. Recycled back. No pass, no penalty. That was a close one. Let's take a look at the replay. Is the replay going? Yeah, I forgot if I even had made the replay work. Here's that hop on the inside. You can see that left skate on the apex just touches down, lands just enough on that yellow stripe. Within inches. Great call by the referees. Good attempt, but a fantastic job by Team Zebra. By the way, if you're a subscriber to the channel, there's some new emotes. There's Team Zebra right there. Team Zebra, Power Jam, and what else? What else is here? Oh yeah. There's a jammer cover. I'm not completely happy with those emotes, but I will remake them at some point, or find somebody who is much more skilled at graphic design than myself. I'm a lot of things, but a designer I am not. Official review. I wonder what we're going to look at. I don't know. We may get some information. We'll find out. Yeah, go Team Zebra. Team Zebra, undefeated. Can you tell the camera guy to keep the player center in the picture? Yes. So you mean this camera that we're looking at right here? Yeah, I can pass the word along. Yeah, it definitely does. Can you just try to keep them a little bit more centered? Maybe a little bit wider so that they're centered. Okay. Awesome. I was wondering, do you take the sound? What's that? The sound? Take the sound here? If I talk? You can talk, yeah, there's no sound there. Okay. Yeah. All right. We'll make camera adjustments. By the way, this camera over here, there's no one actually operating that camera, so I can't do anything with that camera. It's just there all by its lonesome, looking at me. I'm centered in that shot. Here we go. Hi. We're back underway. That was a quick burst out. Lady Trampler blasted off. And is on the scoring attempt. There's 1 point.
Do you want help for the last part of the half?
Yeah, sure. So I just got a surprise guest. I completely forgot to tell you what was happening on the jam, but that's totally okay. I am joined today by the birthday girl.
Oh, that's right.
Bounty. Let's get a happy birthday to Bounty in the chat. And this is how you're going to choose to spend your birthday, right here.
Right here.
Right here.
With the derby, my favorite. I just wanted to join in while I could before my team has to start warming up and putting on their makeup, which is the first thing, so
yeah.
I mean, that does not apply to me. So right now we have Torture from Oslo Roller Derby against Guilty Pleasure from Connecticut All-Stars. Guilty Pleasure is lead. I had to come over to help announce as a birthday present to myself because I'm really excited about this game. I feel like both of these teams have overperformed at this tournament, so I was really curious to see how it all washed out today.
So far, so good. Oslo led for most of this first half, and Connecticut has found some extra go juice and now leads 61-45.
All right, perfect. And I see Oslo has some merch over there. I want to go over there for my birthday, too.
I did not know that.
I think they're only putting it out during their games, and so I hadn't seen it before.
Okay, halftime, then we know where we're going to go.
Yeah, we know where to go instead of putting on our makeup for the game.
Yeah, I'm going to actually forego my own makeup so that I can go.
Well, Chad, I hope you got some coffee this morning.
I actually took a drive down to the local Quickie Mart and grabbed myself
the Kushtar.
Yeah, that's it. That's actually, yeah.
I'm not good at pronouncing
I
French
grabbed a Monster Zero Ultra low carbohydrate power in a can.
Nice. Well, I'm excited about this game. 61-45, still very close. Oslo Roller Derby coming all the way from Norway, even being like, we want to play an extra game.
Yeah, why not?
Big props to Halifax for stepping up and playing them as well. And Yeah, we're super glad to have Oslo Roller Derby all the way from Norway. Thank you for coming.
I'm glad they were able to pick up that extra game. I mean, who doesn't love Derby in Quebec?
Yes. Now, it looks like there is an official timeout, or is it an official review? It looks like an official timeout. And it looks like lining up to jam is Black Cherry for Connecticut Roller Derby up against Skrekspill from Oslo Roller Derby. I feel like both of these jammers have somewhat similar styles. Maybe Skrekspill not as apex jumpy, but both very jukey, very successful jammers for their teams. So I'm excited to see how this jam goes. I'm going to have to savor every jam
Yes.
in the remainder of this first half.
Banshee, I was thinking about you yesterday as I am here visiting in Quebec. I wondered, am I one of the D-gens or am I on the other side of things? I didn't know I didn't know if I was maybe now the D-gen in Quebec. That's it.
What's a D-gen?
That's
What's happening?
That is a reference to Letterkenny, popular TV show.
Yes.
So,
yes.
So I've just laid low. I didn't know. Yeah, it was actually the first time I've left the venue. This morning. No, I take that back. When I got here, I walked down to the local IGA.
Oh my gosh, you haven't seen much.
No, I haven't.
So
I've seen the
all the derby.
Saint-Anselme IGA in the local convenience store.
Oh my goodness. There's some really sweet waterfalls just down the road. I should have my friend Wheelie Mad, who's visiting here from Aroostook Roller Derby, instead of going to practice this morning, where we bailed and stayed at the tournament.
Oh, nice.
So I should ask her where those waterfalls are. I think it's not very far from the venue. She's sitting in the bleachers right now. I'll have to catch up with her at halftime and get the information. Looks like there is some track maintenance happening right now. Côte Levée, or Ribs, from RDQ and Fifi Vatbaché, hustling with the tape action, even sweeping it.
Yeah, this has been a challenging surface to keep the track down on, but track maintenance crew has been on top of it, taking every opportunity to repack the track, bringing out the Zambonis in between periods and games.
Oh, pop and say that the waterfalls are disappointing. She is a Quebec City ref.
Oh, okay.
But, who knows what's disappointing compared to Maine? We have a Grand Canyon of Maine.
Yeah, that's right.
Which I think is pretty cool. Probably not cool compared to the Grand Canyon.
Black Cherry lead jammer got out of that pack in the middle of the apex up there. A little bit of time to use. Maybe only enough time for a quick hit and quit. A leap. Did it work?
No. It looks like she drug her other foot out of bounds on the landing.
No points. Valiant effort, though.
Yes. So no hit.
No hit.
Just a leap.
Yeah. I should say, I call him a Zamboni booty, but it's actually a couple of shot backs.
There. Okay, so we have Rocky Gold from Oslo Roller Derby up against Lady Trampler. Oh, quick track maintenance work. No official timeout required.
That was a quick in and out.
Okay, so Rocky Gold pushing up against that tripod from Connecticut. Lady Trampler had one to beat, gets lead jammer status. Rocky Gold still working against one Connecticut blocker at the end there. That was scoring Kierkegaard. Lady Trampler through for 4. Calls off the jam, calls that good. Connecticut All-Stars able to string multiple lead jammer statuses together in the last few minutes. Oslo Roller Derby needing to get lead jammer status, and maybe it's Picante who could do it.
Well, it's a good likelihood.
Yeah.
We'll go up against 86 C Maya Rage.
See Maya Rage. Conte. Both approaching the pack with speed. Conte pushing the whole tripod in the back.
Rage getting a little assistance up front.
Yeah, she has some offense helping her out. Conte, one more to beat at the line.
One more to.
And another.
And another. And another.
Grabs lead jammer status. Harley Gwynn. Okay. Start pass to one of our favorite pivots. Crazy Legs Nikki. Picante scores 2 points, bringing the score to 65 for Connecticut, 47 for Oslo Roller Derby. At the line, we have Torture from Oslo Roller Derby and Black Cherry again from Connecticut All-Stars. Both very effective jammers for their teams. Torture up into the tripod of Connecticut. Black Cherry working with offense. No pass, no penalty for Black Cherry because of a blocker that went out of bounds.
Yeah, Katla Nightmare was right there to make the connection, but could not stay on her skates.
Torture can still pick up lead jammer status. 4 points for Black Cherry.
Solid
Coming
defense
around
by
for more.
Connecticut, really making this opportunity work.
Oh, Torture takes off the star cover, so this jam will go for 2 minutes. Black Cherry already with 8 points. Oh, Torture blocked into her own blocker.
There's 12 points so far.
Yes. Torture looking for the star pass, or at least a split in the defense. 2 blockers to work against up front. Shoved out by number 40 from Connecticut. I don't know who she...
Number 40. I don't see a 40 on. Oh, it's actually just
340.
340. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sin
There was
and
another
Sonic.
digit.
Sin and
That makes
Sonic.
sense.
Black Cherry stuck in that tripod. Can't call it off. Has to keep working. Looks like a star pass. Nope.
Still has the star.
Still has it. Out of the pack.
Torture.
Torture. Gonna put the star back on. 15 seconds left in the jam. Time for Torture to score points, if able. They are through the pack. 7 more seconds. Black Cherry still working against that tripod of Oslo Roller Derby.
Looks like it might have squeezed a couple of points out of there.
Yeah. So after the full 2 minutes, it's a 16-point jam for the Connecticut All-Stars and a 4-point jam for Oslo Roller Derby. There's 4 minutes about left in the first half. It is a 30-point game. It's still within reach.
So, Black Cherry on the outside of turn 1, great job not bringing that right skate back in and getting the track cut.
Yes. Great line control by Black Cherry. Right now we have Lady Trampler up against
Picante.
Picante again. Picante pushing in the front. Lead jammer goes to Picante. Lady Trampler takes off the helmet cover, makes the star pass to number 340, Sin and Sonic. Sin and Sonic re-enveloped by the pack. Picante knocked out at the last moment. Okay.
Forearm on Guilty Pleasure, so
Yes.
Connecticut will go down a blocker.
Picante through for 4.
Sin and Sonic now has the star.
Sin and Sonic opting to block since there's only one other blocker remaining for Connecticut. Connecticut's has another blocker join their pack. Sin and Sonic starts pushing that Oslo tripod again. Picante through to score again on a scoring pass, dealing with 2 blockers. Makes it through. 4 more points. 8 points so far. Sin and Sonic still working hard at the back of that pack. Opting to block again. Picante approaching the pack for a scoring pass. The Connecticut blockers split up into 2 and 2 for blockers. Blocker went out of bounds when she blocked Picante. Picante continued on, scoring 3 points for that pass because of the no pass, no penalty. 15 points total for the jam so far. Sin and Sonic out of the pack. 8 seconds left in the jam. Picante gonna see what she can get in that time. And it looks like Picante will get 2 additional points for a 17-0 jam. Good answer to the last jam.
That was a fantastic answer.
So now the score is 81 for Connecticut All-Stars and 68 for Oslo Roller Derby. We have less than 2 minutes left in the period. We have Rocky Gold up against Rage from Connecticut.
I wondered if we might see any kind of Connecticut timeout here. Maybe the usage of an official review, or just for the sake of calming things down just a little bit. That was that last jam wasn't indicative of Connecticut's defensive ability.
It looks like they're making the most of their time between jams to talk about what they're going to do. Unless there's a timeout and I didn't notice. Nope. There must have been an official timeout.
I think.
So now we're all set to go. Oslo with a 4-2 blocker advantage.
That's Rage and Rocky on the line. Rocky
Rage
and Black.
Rocky.
Only 2 Connecticut blockers for Rocky to have to deal with right now.
Rocky pushing till there was a no pack. The Connecticut blockers lose 1 more. The remaining blocker is one of our favorite pivots. Crazy Legs Nikki.
Crazy Legs did pick up the star.
Yep, coming around. Rocky Gold says, that's good, I'll take my 4. Bringing it to a 9-point game. And just like that, it is back within 9 after being an over 30-point differential.
Now we have both jammers, but Connecticut is at a significant loss right now.
Yes.
They're down 2 blockers still at the beginning of this jam, similar to the last jam.
Yes, so Black Cherry up against
Skrekspill.
Skrekspill. We've seen this
Skrekspill pushed
matchup
out.
before. Skrekspill getting hung up. Connecticut calling for a track cut, but not soon enough. Skrekspill got her hips back behind. Pushing that tripod. Lead jammer for Oslo Roller Derby. Black Cherry taking off the star. Thinking about passing. Or stashing. Skrekspill through for 4 points. Oh, and the jam is called off. Intermission is happening.
It's the halftime.
It looks like it was hesitant and then regretting the decision call off because the Connecticut jammer wasn't through the initial pass yet. However, here we are into intermission, an 81-76 game.
Yeah, Oslo with the momentum going into the half.
It's the game we all hoped
It's
for.
the game that we hoped for. 81 Connecticut, 76 Oslo. We're going to, just to conserve data, we're going to stop the stream while we're at the half, but we will be back in about 14 minutes.
Oh, can I say one thing? You know how Facebook has those like, oh, donate to a good cause for somebody's birthday? And like I've seen it for Rock Coast Rollers, people being like, oh, donate for this good cause. I've seen it for other sorts of benefits. Please, if you're listening to this stream today, and if you want to give me money, which I'm not sure that you would be like, oh, I'm listening to the stream and I wanted to give Bounty money for her birthday, please instead donate to the stream today. It's really expensive this weekend for Chad to be streaming. and we would love to try to offset those costs by catching some donations from the faithful
You're the best.
listeners.
All right, you're going to get ready for your game, right?
Yes.
Have a fantastic time. We'll be rooting for you.
Thank
Impartially, of course, impartially.
See you later.
All right, thanks again, Bounty. All right, everybody, we're going to turn off the stream. We'll be back, I promise. Don't go anywhere. Hey, we're back. I think. All right, we're back. Lady Trampler and Picante will start us off. Second half, 81 Connecticut, 76 Oslo. Oslo making a big comeback in that first half. Let's see if that momentum carries. Picante on the outside. So far, so good. It does for Oslo. Picante is our lead jammer. Lady Trampler not yet through the pack. So tons of time here for Picante, who's already picked up 2 points. Almost through for the other two. Stretching the pack out on the back stretch. That bridge is looking thin. But it's holding pretty well now through, there's 4 points, Picante. And another 4 for Picante. Picante calls it off. 8 points and a lead change. Oslo retakes the lead, 84-81. Hopefully the stream data will settle down here. We have Torture alongside 86. That's C. Meyer Rage. Rage all kinds of tied up in this Oslo tripod. Will get assistance now. There's a handoff. Star's been handed off. Rage slips through on the inside. We'll call it off. There's 4 more for Torture. And it looks like Trample picked up a penalty at the end of that jam. So it's a power start and a power jam for Skrekspill. Crazy Legs Nikki actually is the one who had taken the star. So Crazy Legs, who was pivot, has the star now. We'll see, likely see a handoff here when Crazy Legs gets back onto the track. Oslo holding back a player. There's another 4. Crazy Legs with a star. Still going to do a little blocking. Quick deke by Oslo. Skrekspill was having none of that. Bounced back, recycled a little. getting some assistance from the pivot. 2 to beat. On the outside, gets pushed out by 340 Sin and Sonic. Sonic sticking like glue. Initial pass made by Crazy Legs. And a big push out by Nautical Vial will force the call off. Let's see if our connection is a little better here. I see no jammer for Connecticut. I'm looking in the box. I don't see a jammer in the box either. Timeout called by Connecticut. '96 Oslo, Connecticut 81. Oslo continuing that pace, holding the momentum from the first half. First half, Connecticut did take a sizable lead, but I think any lead over 40 to 50 points is not a good enough lead. That's just not going to be a safe enough lead for either of these teams. Timeout's over. Connecticut will send Lady Trampler to the line alongside Rocky Gold. Connecticut in white, Rocky Gold, and the rest of Oslo in black. Connecticut with 1 blocker in the box. Oslo full strength. Trampler already facing tough opposition off the jammer line. That Oslo tripod pushed out, recycled back a little bit. A little assistance comes off the bench. But it's Rocky Gold who is through first. Rocky Gold on a scoring pass will face 2 Connecticut blockers first. Knocked down by 89 from Connecticut. That's Goran Kierkegaard, forced to call it off. Oslo held to a single point. Rage and Picante. Both teams full strength? No, Oslo. Oslo has a blocker in the box that looks like 242. Winter Wolf is in the box. Picante jets out. Lead jammer. Rage gets through. So a little bit of time. Nice look down, check, make sure she was still in. Picante's through, calling it off. Well, let's see, did we sneak any points? We have 4 for Oslo. 1 point snuck out by Rage. Torture and Black Cherry on the line. Let's look at number 2 for Oslo. Making some room, yep, gonna do it. Plenty of space for Torture to get through. Well executed. We'll take a look at that again after the jam. Through for 1, 2, 3, now 4 points. And calling it off. Let's take a look at that jam start. See, number 2, that's Fatal Feline or Feline. Feline. Reads it well. Nice little block. Provides that opening. Makes it happen. Guilty Pleasure. No, it is 24 for white. It says Guilty Pleasure, but it says something different on the jersey. Skrekspill skips back in. Oh, but Skrekspill didn't quite go back far enough, picks up a track cut. Thought they had it, Connecticut drawing a penalty. Lead jammer belongs to Connecticut. The pack's way over on the far distance in turn 2. Guilty Pleasure is through. That's 4 points. First full 4 for Connecticut in a while. The initial pass now just completed for Oslo. Connecticut will call it off. There's 8. Rocky Gold and C. Meyer Rage at the line. Pack set up at the pivot line, for now anyway. With 5 seconds, they'll roll back. Oslo closest to the line. Rage bounces to the inside a little bit. There's nothing there. Oslo all over that. Rocky Gold, 1 blocker to beat, and does. But it's a jammer race now. Quick call off, no points. Picante and Black Cherry will be the next jammers. One blocker in the box for Connecticut. Tim the ref doing a little dance in the front stretch. Skipped in the line, didn't quite make it. Recycles back 6 feet. Is number 4, Black Cherry. Black Cherry getting tied up. Nowhere to go. Up front, Connecticut holding their own, pushing out, and a big recycle back. Picante losing ground. It's now Black Cherry who's up front. Tiptoe along the line, a nod from the ref, they're in. Lead jammer, Connecticut and Black Cherry. And a back block on Picante, so Black Cherry, lead jammer, and a power jam. We'll want to play it clean and take this opportunity down 15 points. There's 4 more. Connecticut from the bench says run it. Zips on the inside for 4 more. Connecticut on a roll. No need to be graceful there, just crashes into the tripod. We'll get a little help from 340 Sin and Sonic. Pushed out, ooh, a right skate went back in. Track cut. So it's now an Oslo power jam. Black Cherry has put up 8. We've got 13 seconds left in this jam. So Picante can reduce the damage probably by 4. I think that's all the time that we'll have for that. Spun around by, who was that down on the end? I missed it, and so did in the camera because I didn't switch it. How terrible is that? There's that track cut. You can see Black Cherry just gets that right skate in back on the line. Too much. fast pace from the start. Already into turn 2. Black Cherry and Torture. Torture works the outside line, is a lead jammer. Black Cherry through. Torture picks up 4. And we'll call it. $17:21 left in the game. We're about due for a Verizon data update, so be prepared for that. Should the stream drop, it'll probably happen in the next 5 minutes. Rage and Shrekspill. Lead jammer. No, not Shrekspill. Track cut. Rage needs to get through. Can pick up lead jammer. Slight spill, and they'll call that off. All right, let's take a look at our schedule. We will see Lehigh Valley versus Quebec, Penn Jersey versus Twin State, and Anchor City versus Forest City, and that'll wrap up Le Foire du Nord. Today. Let's take this opportunity to talk about our sponsor, Sociopath. Where's my did you all go check out Sociopath during halftime? Sociopath.ca. Sociopath is a skater-run business offering custom sewn-to-order legwear for teams and individuals. Size-inclusive activewear designed to fit you. Sociopath also offers dozens of armband and helmet cover options for scrimmage and competition. Team discounts are available. Please see sociopath.ca for more details. Sociopath.ca. And we'll see Sociopath play later on. And you'll see some Sociopath leggings for sure. I actually spotted 2 yesterday. I'll call it out when I see it. Just so you all know. Because you have to. Thank you, by the way, for tuning in. So I'm sure we have a lot of Oslo fans. What time are you watching the game now in Oslo? It must be late afternoon, early evening? I don't know. I think with Connecticut here, we must have a pretty significant New England contingent. I've seen some names I recognize already. We don't have a replay on it, but I will say I made it across the entire track earlier with my cup of coffee without spilling any of it. That's a big deal for me. And where is Nerd Derby going to be? Where am I streaming from next? I don't actually know. Maybe I can figure that out. I don't know. Oh, 5:11. I thought it must be early evening. So the next event, I think, is a home game for Central Maine Roller Derby. And then we head to Massachusetts for Battle of Bunker Hill. And then where am I going? Battle of Bunker Hill. And I think there's just one more tournament. North American Men's Roller Derby Association qualifier from down in Rome, New York. I think that's it. I don't even remember. All right, the downed Oslo player back up. Seems to be doing okay. I see smiles. That's always a good sign. I'm very much looking forwards to Battle of Bunker Hill. Yeah, the stream could go down. That's probably why. Yeah, F5 will refresh your screen. We are still due though for a data update for Verizon. We have to tell Verizon that it's okay every 500 megabytes. We're back underway. Black Cherry and Skrekspill. I sometimes say Shrekspill, but it's not. It's Skrekspill. Who's through? We had it looks like Skrex was actually in the penalty box after that last jam. So this was a power start. Lead jammer belongs to Connecticut. Skrex has the start, has passed. Connecticut is going to need to call it off. They do maybe 2 points. Correct. 2 points. Torture and Lady Trample. Connecticut with 2 blockers in the box. Oslo full strength. So Torture with only 2 to beat picks up lead jammer. Nice move to the inside. Skips through. 4 points for Torture. Looks to me like the penalty bench is empty. Both teams full strength. Star pass to number 30, Puke Skywalker. Skrekskill, scrim play. Oh, thank you very much, Eterim. That's another 4 for Torture. Torture meets up with that Connecticut tripod in the middle of the turn. Oslo holding back Connecticut very well. 2 Connecticut blockers in the box. 1 is now released. 1 Oslo blocker in the box. That's 53. Your mom making an engagement there to try to make some room. Pack stretches out. Easily skating through is Torture. It looked like Saturday morning at Happy Wheels, 1987. That's Happy Wheels in Bangor, which doesn't exist anymore. Not so fast this time. Connecticut ready for Torture. Oslo defensively all over Connecticut this jam. And that's it for that jam. All over. Oslo extends their lead by 15 points. .128 Oslo, Connecticut 104. That's 24 for Connecticut. It says Guilty Pleasure on the roster here, but I don't see that that's the name on the jersey. I'm going to go with the roster though. Rocky Gold picks up another lead jam award. There's 1 hit passed, so 1 point so far. There's the tripod of Connecticut. Pushed through, getting some assistance. Demona giving a little help. Now has to bridge. Pack's close enough. Connecticut will bridge. Rocky being held up very well by 23. Philly cheesecakes. So Oslo has lead jam with Rocky Gold. Connecticut has a star, would be eligible to score, but Rocky shuts the door on that one after picking up 4 points. And a whistle means timeout. 11:34 left in the game. Oslo now, 132 to Connecticut's 104. Connecticut has climbed that lead before in this game. In the first half, retook the lead and went into the half with the lead. Second half has been all Oslo. Skrekspill is a play on the words of the Norwegian words for an accordion. Trekspill, and skrek means horror. So like scary accordion? All right. Oslo in black, Connecticut in white. Team timeout's over. Skrex will take the line again for Oslo. Black cherry for Connecticut. In the box, it looks like we have Susie Hot Dog for Oslo. So Oslo down one blocker. All kinds of room on the outside. Great play. Weaving through the pack and picking up lead jammer was Black Cherry. She plays the accordion. All right. Call it off, probably Connecticut. Hasn't yet. Gonna run it, gonna keep going. Gonna go for the big points. Nice read coming through on turn 3 to know that it was a okay thing to step back on the track. There's 3 points. So right now, Black Cherry has a 3-point advantage and we'll call it off. Well played jam by Connecticut. That brings them to 115 in Oslo 136 now. Lady Trampler and Picante. It's Lady Trampler who's our lead jammer. Lady Trampler connects with the pack in turn 2. Picante is free from the pack. Calling it off is Trample. Trampler. 3 points picked up for Connecticut. I think our data's back now, by the way. It looks like it. 9:19 left in the game. Connecticut down, 118. Oslo in the lead, 136. Torture and Rage on the line. Connecticut with a blocker in the box. Torture working on that tripod. Connecticut trying to move to the outside. Inside pocket, Torture, lead jammer. Connecticut will come back now to offer a little bit of assistance and quickly reform. Excellent job by Crazy Legs to get in the way, force the recycle back. The attempted apex jump foiled. And we've had a star pass. Cheese has picked it up, but it'll be called off. Oslo adds 3 more points to their lead. Connecticut with a blocker in the box. We've seen a lot of short play here by Connecticut where they've been down at least a blocker or 2. That's not going to work for the last 7 minutes. Black Cherry, Rocky Gold. Black Cherry through the pack, lead jammer. Rocky Gold pulls the bonnet. Looking for a pass, not sure. Hasn't happened yet. Yes, it has happened. Rocky Gold did pass the star. There's 4 points for Black Cherry. Now just clear of the pack is Fatal Feline. The pivot now turned jammer. Coming out of turn 4. Bounced around. Through. Will probably try to call it. Hasn't yet. Could though. A recycle back by 53. Your mom. Connecticut going for the points. Clean jump? Yes, it was. So Black Cherry now, 12 points. Connecticut's deficit only 9 points. That's another 4. Connecticut's defense getting firm like the concrete they're skating on here. They are losing a blocker right now. That's Fatal Feline, who's now through for 4 points. There'll be another 4 points picked up by Connecticut. Connecticut playing very clean, 20 seconds left in the jam. They're going to keep going. That's 4 picked up, another nice little hop. We're going to run this out for the last 8. And another hop. Was it clean? It looks like it was. Let's see where these points shake out. That was a huge jam for Connecticut. Oslo did well to mitigate some of the damage. I see no points at the end of that jam. Timeout called. 5:28 left in the game. Connecticut 142, Oslo 147. When we're back to action, we're going to see Lady Trampler and Skrekspill. Don't leave your seats. Yesterday morning, we started out with a very similar game. That one went to double overtime. That was such such a stressful end to that game. I think I probably should have called my doctor. See if I needed any blood pressure medication. Everyone is back into position here. Only 2 blockers for Connecticut. Skrex will look to the outside, get some assistance, all kinds of room. Not surprising, Connecticut just didn't have the bodies there. We've had a star pass. Skrex through. There's 1 point. There's another 2, 3 points. That's 4 points. And calling it off. Five minutes. Connecticut 142, Oslo 151. Rage in Picante. That was such a short jam and called off so well. Connecticut still has 2 blockers in the box. Rage lining up on the outside, probably not going there. Tried to go for the inside. Oslo didn't get fooled. Picante, lead jammer. We do have a star pass. Star is now in the hands of Laida Loca. Laida Loca pushed out, recycled back. Picante picks up 4. Calling it off now. Calling it off maybe. No. Track cut. Picante. 1:23 left. We're going to see the rest of this jam. Picante is only sitting in the box now. So start counting your timers. 30 seconds. 4 points. Philly Cheesecakes, who pick up the star in a pass. Through for 4. .337 left in this half. 150, 155. Oslo holding on to a very slim lead. Standing in the box is Picante. Picante now released. Oslo has slowed Philly Cheesesteaks down. Although getting some assistance up front. C. Meyer Rage holding 1 blocker back. Picante's through. And now Philly is through. So we are at an 8-8 margin here for this jam. Hits and spun around, but still on the track is Picante. 12-12 now, 2:36 left in the game. Picante weaves through, picks up another point. Connecticut picks up 4. So Connecticut with a net gain of 3 points, taking as good of an advantage as they could have with that 2-minute jam. .210 now, almost 2 minutes. We're down to 1 or 2 jams. Both teams are full strength at this moment. Quick hop on the outside, but shoved out. Big recycle back. Black Cherry with the star for Connecticut. Torture is way up front. Torture almost through. Black Cherry, though, closing the gap. We've got a spill on turn 2. Black Cherry recycled back again. Black Cherry's going to get some assistance from Crazy Legs. Black Cherry jumps, is clean. Black Cherry lead jammer. Connecticut still holding back Torture, but not for long. 1/3 of a track length for any kind of margin here for Cherry. Cherry's through. Cherry's going to just keep going. Relying on the defense. Torture is through. Black Cherry now passing Torture, passing. Nice hop. Look at that, 4 points. That's a lead change. 166 Connecticut, Oslo 164. 57 seconds left in the game, 51 in this jam. Black Cherry in control, still lead jammer. Penalty called on a Connecticut blocker. Black Cherry's got 1 to beat. does. Black Cherry puts up 4 points. 170 now, Connecticut. Oslo, 164. Torture skips around Sonic. Bounces back into Sonic and will take a shoulder from Sonic. Sonic picks up a penalty, though, for their trouble. 7 seconds on the jam, only 10 on the period. We will have 4 seconds left in the game. Unofficial score, 178 Connecticut, Oslo 168. Connecticut understandably cheering. Oslo played a phenomenal game. Huge come from behind. Who needs the other 45 minutes when you only need the last 15? I did not see a timeout called. I'm a little surprised by that. There was 4 seconds. There was easily time for a timeout, unless I'm missing something. And the at-home producers, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But I feel like there could have been a timeout called there. We'll see. There wasn't one. It's a final score. 178 Connecticut, Oslo 168. All right. Wow. That's a hell of a way to start the day. So let's thank, we got to thank Sociopath. Maybe, if the buttons work. Sociopath, our production sponsor. Skater-run business offering custom sewn-to-order legwear for teams and individuals. Size-inclusive activewear designed to fit you. Sociopath also offers dozens of armband and helmet cover options for scrimmage and competition. Team discounts are available. Please see sociopath.ca for more details. Thank you so much, Sociopath, and we will see you soon, Sociopath. All right, there's the final, 178-168. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. The next game will be at noon. Lehigh Valley versus Quebec. So that will be in about 25 minutes. All right, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back.
How are we gonna do this next jam?
Same as last time. Skate fast, turn left, jam line, pivot line, win time. Let's get this W, Ferda.
Berta. Well, if that's how you want it, pop the bonnet, let's get on it.
Well, you're the pivot. Let's get with it.